listeners are as important as our guests. Join in on the conversation. 504-341-8255, the New Orleans Talk Network.
A.K.A. here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHeyOU15.
Listen, this is your boy Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFred Jones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with GSportz. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, A.K.A. G, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08. Pay me the money! money.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lapinto, and you are watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
Yo, man, it's Fred. Listen, don't forget to like and subscribe to our New Orleans Talk Network page on. Keep going. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Fred. Listen, don't forget to like our page on YouTube, FanView, Facebook, FanView, and on Twitter, FanView New Orleans.
Holla at you, man, and act with us, and we gonna make this thing on the top of New Orleans Talk Network. Real fans talk about real sports. And not only sports, it's everyday activity and life, man.
My name is Jaquan Jackson, SMU commit, and you're tuning into FanView.
Yo, what's up? It's Pooga Williams, 2017 Mr. Football. You are now tuned into FanView Live on New Orleans Talk Network.
This is Congressman Cedric Richmond, and you're watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
FanView Live, where real fans talk about real sports, only on the New Orleans Talk Network. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, because we're not just a sports talk show, we're a talk show about sports.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lapinto, and you are watching.
Well, what's up, everybody? This is boy Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHeyOU15.
Listen, this is your boy Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFred Jones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with GSportz. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, A.K.A. G, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08. Pay me the money! money.
Well, what's up, everybody? This is boy Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHeyOU15.
Listen, this is your boy Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFred Jones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with GSportz. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, A.K.A. G, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08. Pay me the money! money.
Well, what's up, everybody? This is boy Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHeyOU15.
Listen, this is your boy Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFred Jones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with GSportz. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, A.K.A. G, and on Twitter, G.
Ooh, son. I feel like this should be a topic.
Whoa, what's up, everybody? Listen, FanView, real fans talk sports. We back. It's Thursday. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's about that time.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
it's about that time. Listen, this is your boy Fred.
GSportz in the building.
Coach Hurricane here once again.
And we
He got a new one. He got a new one.
He put a little spit on that.
Yeah, put a little twang on it.
Put a little twang on it. He put a little twang on it.
Pull out James Harden on that thing. Cooked it up.
Went to cooking, huh?
Yeah, that's what you know.
Went to cooking, huh? Well, listen, we got a jam-packed show for you guys, man. Listen, it's a lot to talk about, but y'all know what I have to do before I start this show. I always give a shout out and salute and respect to my armed forces and military. Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, first responders, local police department, local fire department. Thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. If no other network or cast of people give y'all support that y'all deserve, man, FanView gonna do it each and every Thursday. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Listen, let's get into it, man. LSU, Mississippi State. What a game.
Yeah.
Down there in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
LSU caps off a win 19-3. Mr. Fitzpatrick for Mississippi State has 4 interceptions. Couldn't get the ball. Mississippi State couldn't move the ball. I mean, LSU just had a dominating performance to go into the bye. So next week they play Alabama, man. Talk about this game. What about LSU? Are they looking like the team that can, after beat Mississippi, could they be the team that could dethrone Alabama? Talk a little bit about this Mississippi State win, Coach. Here.
Well, it started off a little slow on the offensive side because what gets lost in the debacle of the quarterback situation at Mississippi State is how good the defense is for Mississippi State. That defensive line is ridiculous. That defensive line, that defensive front seven that Mississippi State have is ridiculous. Took a while for them to get going, but like I said last week, Nick Fitzgerald can't throw his way out of a wet paper bag.
Right. Facts.
Grant Delpit, there's nothing else need to be said.
Gotcha.
You allowed LSU to get back healthy.
Right.
And one thing I think that is lost in all of this, Coach O wasn't the right coach. You know, Isminger shouldn't have been the coordinator. You know, They 6-1.
7-1.
7-1. I'm sorry.
7-1.
Nobody but your boy thought they was, you know, is where they at. Is where they at in this season right now. But how well they've been coached and responded to the coaching. I think the biggest thing that we see thus far, and it's a statement that G made, I want to say about right at a year and a couple of months ago when Les Miles was still the coach. What was the biggest thing that would separate LSU from Alabama? Because the talent is both there.
Mm-hmm.
The talent is both there. The biggest thing was player development. Mm-hmm. Okay, if I told you week 1 LSU would lose their best pass rusher, they most athletic guy up front, and their closest thing to Artie Key, difference making type person right off the back. You tell me, you tell me it's gonna be a debacle.
It's been a long season.
But Andre Anthony,
right?
Michael Divinity,
yes.
Neil Fell. No matter, you know, Brady Fajoku's coming in and balling. You know, it's like you lose a key piece and the development is there now. Mm-hmm. There's no drop off no more. Right. Yeah, don't try to miss my word. What I'm trying to say. Yes, if LSU they would love to have Chase on right now, but the way it is, he can't play.
He can't play.
But ain't nothing stop. Then you flip it to the offensive side. A different offensive line every game.
Right.
Due to injuries and all that stuff. If I would have told you that, you'd tell me, yep. You know, with a new quarterback, different offensive line every day, not a for sure thoroughbred running back that they had in the past, you'd tell me at best 4-3.
Right.
Especially the schedule that they play. You'd tell me at best 4-3 going into the bye to Alabama. But they 7-1, and the one game they lost, it could have went either way had the offensive line been healthy and had the receivers not had 15 drops.
Right.
But lo and behold, here they are. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is balling. Mm-hmm. Nick Broussette is looking like, why haven't you been playing your whole career at LSU?
Right.
Justin Jefferson is looking like the best Jefferson brother to come through LSU, and that's saying something because Ricky was a monster. The young receiving core and the young talent from LSU is just phenomenal. And then you just got to give your hats off for Steve Esminger, Dave Aranda, and then ultimately Coach O for letting the coordinators do what they want to do, letting the assistant coaches coach their guys up, and just being the instead of the micromanager that he was at Ole Miss, just letting his team evolve and grow, and it's showing because they play hard for him, and this is a team that. Now, Les Miles have had some more talented teams than this team. I'm not saying, let's not get it twisted, but I've never seen a Les Miles team play for him like the 7-1 team is playing for Coach O.
I would agree with it. I definitely agree with you on that. I think this team here right now, man, you know, this team had to overcome adversity. Again, you lose Chase on the beginning of the season. You get Christian Fulton back, to come back, he was being banned, not getting back to the starting lineup, man. You have some, you lose a lot of guys to the draft. I mean, you lose Dante Jackson, you lost different guys to the NFL draft, man. You lose Arden Key. You're pretty much your defensive line. I think it said Ed Alexander, with guys who didn't really start last year. They had rotation, but they, kind of new starter. You had them at 18, who was a starter. I can't think of his name. Christian Lacouture was started last year. Arden Key was a starter last year. So you starting getting more guys, that are playing more snaps for LSU. Michael Divinity now is not getting snaps, man. So you're looking at a different type of defense, man. For them to be out there playing the way they play it, you got Drew Burrows, who's a transfer from Ohio State. We saw the receiver core last year. Yeah, DJ Chalk and Justin Gage out there. You know what I mean? Derek Dillon. Yeah. So it's a different team, if that makes sense. That's the 7-1 team. It's not the same team that was last year. This is a different team, better team, and when you look at all the pieces of how they're playing, man, they look very, very good. I mean, Joe Burrows is not playing, like a first-round pick by any means, but he's playing to win games, if that makes sense. So he's not out here making the critical mistakes that's holding LSU, but he's not the reason that LSU, is afforded. He's a big component of why they are where they are. He's playing, to a college-level performance. Nick Broussette, wasn't a really good player last year, playing hard. So I like a lot of things that they're doing, especially on the defensive end. I mean, when you look at the game and looking at some of the stats from this game, and when you have a guy who they call 4 interceptions against Mississippi State, man, it's a big deal. I like what they're doing. I like where they headed. Obviously they got a big task next week. Next week, against Alabama. Alabama comes to, with the Heisman Trophy favorite and Tua. They got arguably the best receiver to me in college football on their team, and their defense still looks stout. I mean, I like what they're doing. I like what I've seen out of LSU, and I think it's going to be a heck of a ball game. I think it's going to be must-see TV come next Saturday.
LSU is finding a way to win. I mean, it wasn't a pretty game. Mississippi State came into this game one of the better defenses in the country, not just in the SEC, but in the country. Right. So I knew it was going to be tough for Joe Burrow and Esminger to get things going. Right. But he only had 1 turnover, which, Joe Burrow's been doing a good job of taking care of football this year, which I've been really impressed with. He's been figuring out a way to either get the ball to his receivers or throw it away. And that's what he's been doing, because when you got a good defense like that and a pretty stout good running game like they do, you don't have to force things down the field and just live to see another day. So that's the thing I've been impressed with Joe Burrow. They made life a living hell for Fitzgerald. 59 yards passing. I mean, come on. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah. We all know that Fitzgerald really wants to run. Right. But he ended the game with 140 yards rushing, but it doesn't tell how that game really went. We really banged him up all throughout the game. They did. LSU did a great job disguising their coverages, disguising their looks, stunning, showing pressure, backing out the pressure, and he was just confused all night. We all know who led the defense once again this week, Devin White, and who that bad man wearing number 9, Grant Delpit, led the team in tackles with 10. Had a sack and a key interception. Did he have 2 interceptions? Yeah, 2 interceptions. 2 picks. Grant Delpit just was remarkable all night long. I love the way Aranda is using him, moving him around. I mean, they moving him into a hybrid linebacker, letting him guard people in the slot, putting him deep thirds and playing that 1 deep high look with him. They're doing so many different things with him, and it's getting to the point where you're gonna have to find what 9 at pre-snap, because Aranda's moving him around so much. You don't know where he's gonna be at by the time you snap the ball, and I think that's confusing a lot of these quarterbacks they're going against. I really feel like this defense is going to get even better and better. You got Ryan Clark making big tweets about Grant Delpit. Hey, look. We talked about it on Twitter and on Facebook, huh? It's funny. It's funny how when somebody that works for ESPN, when they say something, it's law. It's law. We've been talking about Grant Delpit for the last 2-3 weeks, but that's neither here nor there. It's big having this week off for Bama, being able to have them 2 weeks to prepare for these people. I really think LSU is going to win this game come next Saturday in Death Valley. I think this is going to be one of the most highly anticipated games LSU has played when it comes to Bama in the last 4 to 5 years. I think, this is a year where people really feel like LSU could win. The last 3 or 4 years, people just like, man, I hope something drastic could happen where we could just get some luck on our side to win this game. I don't think people feel like that this year. I think people really feel like if they both line up and LSU play their A game, and Alabama play their A game,
LSU has a chance
in Death Valley, people feel that LSU could win this game, and I feel that way. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's gonna come down to keeping Tua under control. Tua has been remarkable over the last 7 to 8 weeks. The accuracy, he's been on some Drew Brees like for completion percentage wise. I mean, he been 23 for 28, 30 for 32. I mean, he got 25 touchdowns and no interceptions. I think you see him turn that ball over in Death Valley and come next Saturday. I think Grant Delpit has a Heisman moment.
What's it like?
Heisman moment. I think he has a Heisman moment on Saturday night down in Death Valley.
What's it like?
To solidify that he is the best defensive player in all of college football. That's what I think he's going to do. I think we see a big game from one of the LSU receivers. I don't think all of them as a group going to go off and have a good game, but I think one of the receivers, if it's Jamar Chase, Terrence Marshall, Dillon, Jefferson, Sullivan, somebody in that receiving corps is going to have a big game to propel the Tigers over the top against Alabama. I don't think they're going to run the ball that good against Bama. I do think they're going to be able to keep Bama honest with the running game, but I mean Mississippi State had one of the better defenses in the country, and Nick Brissett and Kyle Ellis, had no room to run the ball. So can you only can imagine what's going to happen when they play Bama on Saturday night?
Well, right. I think this is one of the days, because I was going to save some of this for next week when we get into it.
We're going to get the meat and potatoes of it next week.
This is one thing that's going to reign supreme in this matchup. Ishmael and Aranda is better than the coordinators that Alabama have right now. They better than the coordinators that Alabama have right now. You give it. They always talk about how good Nick Saban is when you give him time. Rightfully so. But he also always had a running mate there that he trusted, that knew his stuff inside out. Newsflash. There's no Kirby Smart over there. There's no Pruitt over there. Big difference. Brand new. This is gonna be this coordinator first time
coaching this type of game in this environment.
Coach Likely, who I have a lot of respect for. This ain't ULM. This is gonna be a different Boston to prepare for.
But you don't think Saban is gonna be really hands on this week?
Yeah, he's gonna be hands on. But this is the thing that Aranda doesn't give credit for. This is the thing that Aranda doesn't give credit for. Sitting down, talking to him, picking his mind about just certain days. Aranda's philosophy is always, I'm gonna take away what I want to take away and force you to do what you think you don't want to do. When people have lined up against Bama this year, it's, I don't know what to do. Do I stop Tua running? Do I stop her passing? It's either or. They go in there half cocked. They go in there and say we go try to contain them while playing coverage. Right. And you can't do that. The strategy showed it perfectly against the teams that the strategy that Randall has been implemented showed perfectly through the last couple of matchups. All right. You go to Florida. Felipe Franks really gets rolling when he gets to run the ball. When he said, you know what, beat me passing.
Right.
And for the longest, you couldn't beat the passing. But their defense got tired. They was out there a whole lot. You know, injuries on the offensive line. The pressure from Florida was phenomenal.
They lost the game.
And you lost the game. This week, Nick Fitzgerald came out there, long run, had 100 yards rushing in the first half. He ended with 140. He said, look, you're going to get your runs off a scramble. You're not going to get the desired run stuff. Throw the ball. Look what happened. So, whatever Aranda said he going to take away, he can take away. And the difference is, Bama hasn't been tested this year.
No, they haven't.
They hadn't faced a top secondary like this.
They haven't faced a team with a starting quarterback that doesn't play in the second half.
You had to face a team with a secondary like this.
I thought Louisville was going to fall offensively. I knew defensively Louisville wasn't going to be able to match up with Bama, but I thought offensively, Louisville was gonna be able to give Bama some problems.
Right, but
the freshman, what is the freshman? Blackman? Yeah, he just looked terrible.
You know what I'm saying? His first game. So, you know, he probably had all that, you know, Lamar Jackson go, you know what I'm saying?
Lamar Jackson's on the sideline for that game.
You had all that, you had all that on your shoulder. But, but look, let me say something. As good as Jerry Jeudy's been, as much as I think of Devontae Smith, as much as I think of Ruggs. They had to line up against Greedy Williams. Then they also had to line up against a Christian Fulton.
Right.
Who's been just playing lights out this year.
And you hadn't had to keep an eye out for a safety that you worried about.
Is it safe to say Devin White's probably the best Mike linebacker they're going against?
Yeah.
I would throw Scooter into that, John Harris from Marrero. John Everett, by the way.
But
as a whole,
yeah,
it just don't.
And then the other thing that makes Devin White so so crucial is Jacob Phillips ain't no slouch.
No,
I like Jacob Phillips.
Rashad Lawrence is gonna keep you protected, so you get the role, baby. They had to see that.
They do a good job rotating into Alexander.
And here's the thing: Miami, Georgia, Auburn, Mississippi State, Florida. Take away Miami. That's 4 top defenses, all for the SEC.
But Miami's defensive front wasn't bad. Gerald Williams was wreaking havoc all night long.
One guy.
But they still have a solid defensive front.
I'm talking.
You talking about as a whole?
As a whole,
I got you.
As a whole, from D line linebacker to secondary, as you know, from top to bottom.
As Chris Morgan said, LSU quarterback doesn't make mistakes. LSU has a good chance to win. I agree with that.
Name a top defense that Bama has faced so far.
Alabama hasn't played a game that meaningful that past the second half.
Name a top defense that Alabama has played so far.
They haven't
Mississippi State.
And LSU played 4. They won. They won 3 of them.
It's evident that LSU is more battle tested than Bama right now. I will agree with that.
And so here's the big thing about that. Well, I say all that to say this: if something happens in this game to where it doesn't go either team way, and you got to call back little by little, LSU's built for that this year. Well, Bama, you said it. Jalen Hurts been playing the whole 4th quarter.
But I don't think Tua played any second half.
So if something goes wrong for, let's say the first quarter is 7-7. What the hell is it gonna be like on Bama sideline? This is not the previous Bama teams where, all right, we done been through this before, yada 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 yada. Yeah. The core of that is go.
Right, but
you don't have that.
It's gonna be a lot.
There's no Mika Fitzpatrick over there. Hey, let's keep playing. Let's keep going. There's no Rodney Harrison over there. Hey, we good. We right where we need to be. Let's just play ball one play at a time. It's nobody over there. This is the kind of flip versus where the offense is leading the Nick Saban team now.
Right.
The offense is the ones that's doing all the talking and stuff now. If you get held up to whether the top person ain't talking no more, what you gonna do now? And we see LSU bounce back from it because look, you struck out on Auburn, then you came, and then Auburn responded, and then you had to go back and win the game.
Well, again,
we just see this. We haven't seen this from the Baptist, and you haven't seen this from Tua since he's played college football.
It's going to be a lot to get into. I want to get into more of it next week because it's going to be a lot to discuss. There'll be a big build-up for that game next week. Obviously, both teams are on a bye. I mean, it'll be a lot to talk about, especially, next week we'll probably talk a little about Devin White and the suspension. There's a lot to talk about going up to that game because it's going to be the biggest premier game in college football all year long. You're talking about the way LSU's been playing this year, and their ranking being deserving. Alabama deserving. A lot to talk about come next week toward that game because it's going to be a big deal.
We're going to save it.
I'm going to have a lot of meat and potatoes energy for that game because it's going to be a big deal.
But we got some meat potatoes about LSU right now.
Oh, yeah. They came out with a list. I don't know, producer got if he can put this list on the screen. I can't even remember who put this list out.
It might have been Chris Sims. Sorry ass.
Nah. It was.
I know.
It was LSU.
I know. I'm just saying.
It was LSU.
He know of a bad list.
Yeah, it was LSU based, but they came out with LSU's next great 25 team. I don't know what's the purpose behind that title.
It makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
That's why I thought Chris Sims had something to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know. and it's going back from 1993 to 2018. So, and they got a whole lineup, offense and defense. I don't know if the producer has that list.
Just run it, G. Run the list.
Run the list.
They got Ben Wilkerson at center, Andrew Whitworth, Alan Faneca, Lyle Collins, Trey Turner at quarterback, Matt Flynn, running back Leonard Fournette, Kevin Falk, receivers Odell Beckham, Josh Reed, Michael Clayton. On the defensive line, they got Glenn Dorsey, Kyle Williams, Marcus Spears, Anthony Booger McFarland. Linebacker Brady James, Ali Highsmith, Kelvin Shepard. DBs, they got Patrick Peterson, Tyron Matthew, LaRon Landry, Corey Webster. Return specialist Trenton Holiday, plays kicker Cole David, punter Donnie Jones. So there's been a lot of talk about this list all on social media that people they felt like was left out and things of that nature. So Big Hen, I'm gonna start with you.
Yeah.
You know, I know you're an LSU fan. I'm not an LSU fan, but I don't root against LSU. I watch it from afar, and I want LSU to win, even though I'm a Michigan fan at heart, baby. And baby, watch out for us. We got a chance to be in that 14 playoff. Shea Patterson, I see you, boy.
Business, baby.
Hey, we play Penn State this week.
Hold on. Last week, when we gave our 4 playoff team prediction,
Ohio State lost, baby.
None of y'all said it.
No, I
said it, baby.
I said we got a chance.
I gave it to y'all.
I said we got a chance.
I ain't gave it to y'all.
Listen, because look, it can all go down the drain this week when we play Penn State. I'm just happy to be talked about right now. We fine. We in the mix.
Baby.
Yeah, we in the mix. Look, we in the mix. We in the mix. So if we beat Penn State this week, I'm gonna feel real good about our chances going into Columbus to play Ohio State. But that's neither here nor there. So Big Hen, you get. I need for you to give your take on how you feel about this top 25 list of the best LSU players since 1993, and do you agree with the list? And if you don't, who you feel like was left off?
There's a lot of components on there that I do agree with. But they left too much off. First of all, what era of football you played in? That determines your running backs.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. That would tell you
I wouldn't even say that.
But this is what I'm saying. Because if we talk about the early 2000s, my running back is going to be, as much as I love what Kevin Falk did, I'm sorry, I'm going for that in Jeremy Hill. We talk about right now, I'm going Geis and Falk.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Because they both can run, both can catch, both match up like us out the backfield. The offensive line, everything is perfect. Don't you touch that offensive line except one position. How the fuck do you not put Kevin White on there at the goddamn center position? Look, now Ben Wilkerson did what no other center at LSU has ever done before except this year with Lloyd Christenberry. He started from a freshman.
Right.
That's unheard of, especially at that spot.
Right.
All right. The wide receiver position. Michael Clayton, you got to go. You got to go.
No disrespect.
Now, me personally, I want Dwayne Bowe right there. Mm-hmm. Me personally. But I would not be opposed if you say put Juice there. I would not be opposed if you say put Buster there. Odell got his spot rightfully. Josh Reed got his spot rightfully. For those of y'all who don't remember Josh Reed, go look him up. He's the first prolific call winner in LSU history.
Josh Reed is the reason why a lot of the LSU receivers are what they are.
You know what I'm saying?
He was the first wave of it. Mm-hmm. Number 25 was that dude.
Quarterback, look, Matt, you got a championship for us. That's all fine, Dad. But look, you don't belong there. It should be Jamarcus Russell 1, Jamarcus Russell 2, and Rohan David 3. Don't give me none of that. And look, well, if you want me personally, I'll go Jamarcus Russell, Rohan David, then Herb Top. That's me personally. And then at the receiver front, hey, for some of you Jared Donaldo fans, if you want to put Cecil Collins right there in Michael Clayton's spot, I have no problem with that either.
I think his body of work wasn't.
But we talking about LSU now.
Now Rondo Mealy
too. Look,
he arguable,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
But see, they playing. You remember that backfield?
Yeah.
That was nasty. There's no reason why they should have been in the national championship that year.
Jared Denardo,
you're bad.
That's why.
If you're watching,
that's
you're bad. You had Rondell Millie, Cecil, the Diesel Collins,
Cecil,
Kevin Folk.
First of all, when your mama named you Cecil, you gotta do one day only.
Bro, that was nasty.
From the defensive side, as much as I love what Kyle Williams done, Kyle Williams don't go there.
Who you got in front of him?
First of all, they had 3 defensive tackles on that list.
Mm-hmm.
Dorsey goes.
Okay. He stays.
Yeah. Booger stays.
Okay.
Spears stays.
Okay.
Now, this is where it gets tricky. Artie Key could go there if you're looking for a pass rusher guy. If you look
on the line?
Yeah.
Over Chad Lavalley?
Chad Lavalley was an inside guy. Chad Lavalley.
They got 3 interior guys on there.
Spears was an in.
But don't think about what
they
I'm saying. Spears is a 3-4 type of D. He not a true.
But LSU played 4-3 and he played on the outside.
I like Chad.
I'm taking Chad Lavalley over Arden Key.
Me personally,
Arden Key was a one-trick pony.
Hey.
But he was great at what he did.
That's why I say it depends on whatever we talking about, baby. Me personally, I'm going with Marquise. Marquise gets that, baby.
Over Tyson Jackson?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, but now to me, if we had a 2 deep, then it's Tyson and Sam Montgomery.
I'm about to say, what about Sam? I'm about to mention Sam Montgomery.
Sam Montgomery, you talk about run chick Prody, he was a lead at stopping the damn run.
Right.
Danielle Hunter didn't flash. Like, you see he had it, but he didn't flash into the league.
Into the league. He only had 1.5 sacks at LSU. The athleticism looked it there. But he didn't look like that guy.
Linebackers, Brady James at the bike.
Okay. They got Trev Falk on it.
No, they don't have Trev Falk on it. Trev Falk, but it needs to be on
over Ali?
Trev Falk?
Trev Falk?
Trev Falk needs to. I don't give a damn who you put him over. Trev needs to be on number 7, the original number 7.
Ali was number 7.
The original number 7. Trev Falk needs to be on that damn list. I don't give a damn Look, Trev Falk needs to be there. Ali Hospital got his spot.
Yeah.
Got his spot. In the back here we go, baby. Pat P.
Okay.
You got it right.
Okay.
Corey Webster.
Got it right.
I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of tough.
13 with that dude.
But you got it right.
13 with that dude.
LaRon, I don't need you, baby.
Who you putting in front of LaRon?
I don't need a strong safety, baby. I'm going Chad.
No. I gotta disagree with you.
Hey, you asked me.
All right, yeah, we gonna get
you asked me.
We gonna get with them.
You asked me. I'm going Chad and Tyron. That's me. Now, if we talking this, we
need that list up so people can see.
If we go
visualize.
If we go at this type of football, then I'm going Grant.
Whew.
And Honey. I'm just being real.
The best safety in the last 15 years.
I'm just being real. Cause Chad the thing about Chad, people don't realize that Chad did start out at corner and transition to safety. Just like Tyra. Started at corner, eventually played that hybrid role, kinda like Grant. Me, I don't, cause LaRon is a one-trick pony. Now he damn good at that trick. But with this targeted rule,
and the way they used him,
but with this
when he was the blitzing,
with this
he was ferocious.
But with this new targeted shit,
I don't know if he can survive.
He gonna be every quarter he go.
See, now that's a great point you make, because back then in 03. The rules was different, so he was able to come in and hit the quarterback after they throw it, smash him, and do what they want to do. Hit people across the middle.
Right.
That's a great point. So
I need to know what era we played in.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good point. That's a good point.
The kickers, you got a spot on. Donnie Jones was the motherfucking man.
I'm not taking him over Brad Wing.
Brad Wing has some juice.
If you won't make a point. Brad, we were the 4-4.
Yeah, he
were the 4-4 the combine.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He did.
Him and Odell like this. They tight. But I rock with Brad Wynn. I rock with Brad Wynn.
Donnie Jones.
But
Donnie Jones, bro.
Donnie was so special. If you say, I need the ball in section 8, seat 3, on the right cup holder, the ball gonna be with their point.
I want you to hit my nachos in the cup where the peppers at.
And look, the tip of the ball go flip your chip and dip it the cheese. That's how accurate Donnie was with it. And look, he's still in the league play right now. Hey, and punt returner.
Who you with?
Cowboys.
Donnie Jones?
No, he just retired.
He retired from the Eagles. Hey. Now this is what I'm conflicted at when it comes to punt return. Okay. You got Trenton Holiday on the list.
Pat P was a motherfucking beast. But Scholar led the nation.
Forgot about Scholar. Scholar probably feels some type of way he not on that return specialist.
But don't worry, cousin, I got your back, baby. You on the list, baby. Can't go against the blood.
Damn.
Can't go against the blood.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. Ski Greens.
Look, and some people that could have been made the list that should have been, Lavallee some type of way.
I like Chad.
Look, Quan
Alexander.
You should feel some type of way.
But you feel like Quan should be over Beckwith?
Beckwith should feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying?
But the people that's in front of Brady James.
But look at the run that they had at linebacker at D-line.
Right.
So it's like
Kevin Minter at one point in time led. Kevin Minter at one point in time led their team in tackles.
Kevin Minter not in this. He not in this discussion. I'll prepare Raleigh up there if you want to talk about Kevin Minter.
I'll put Lamar Barrow before I put Minter and Raleigh.
I like Kevin Minter. He wasn't a bad player. I'm not putting him on Trey Falk though.
Lamar won an 18.
He's from Roron.
Cruising down the street. Real slow.
What the?
Railroad. You know what I'm saying? But that's
again, at running back, you could have had some, Cam Falk there, obviously. Patrick Pete, Leonard Fournette had, a good freshman year, a good sophomore. He didn't play too much his third year, but, you could go Joseph Dye.
Joseph would die.
Joseph Dye, I think he could be in the discussion. I wouldn't put him on the list. I'm going to tell y'all somebody that's forgotten about.
Dominique Davis.
See,
why?
See, this is what I be talking
Why?
about. You gotta stop.
Why?
He not on the list. He not even top 50 all time at LSU. Now he was a good player, and he was a good serviceable player at LSU. But
Dalton Hilliard.
That's what I'm about to see. Dalton Hilliard is
Brandon Tofield.
Listen, Dalton Hilliard is fifth all time in rushing touchdowns in the SEC. He got 44. He fifth all time, dog. Now, Allen Broussard, no. Listen, do you know Dalton Hilliard is one of 3 running backs to rush for over 4,000 yards in the SEC? He made first team or second team. He was all SEC as a freshman.
He's a guy.
Dog, he averaged 4.6 yards a carry for his career. So Dalton Hilliard, in my opinion,
should be on the list.
That's just my opinion. Dalton Hill was a bad man.
Who you take off? You know what I'm saying? It comes to that conundrum, like at the linebacker and the D line is like.
Listen, Kevin Falk gotta go. Listen. Maybe Lenny gotta go. I'm taking Lenny. I'm taking Lenny off. I'm gonna keep it Kevin Falk. Lenny, you gotta go. I'm putting Dalton Hilliard right there.
But if LeBron has some phenomenal numbers too.
Not like Dalton Hilliard. Dalton Hilliard is fifth all time in touchdowns, and he's one of 3 running backs
to
rush for over 4,000 yards.
You ain't got to tell me, baby.
He averaged 4.6 yards a carry, and that was in an era where
you ran the ball.
You ran the ball, and everybody knew you was getting the ball. So Dalton Hilliard definitely should be on this list. But I would definitely have him over Leonard Fournette. This is no disrespect to Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette was great, and I have nothing bad to say about Leonard Fournette. But you gotta give credit where credit is due. Dalton Hilliard should be on this list over Leonard Fournette. I can't put him over Kevin Falk. I can't do it. But he gotta be over Lenny. Dalton Hilliard should be on this list. Straight up. And he should be feeling some type of way. Michael Clayton should not be on this list over Jarvis Landry. I don't even know. Listen, I don't even know if Michael Clayton.
Ruben Randall too.
But see, I would put.
What you got?
I would put This is some. This is none of that.
I thought that was the Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, boy, don't get me excited, baby.
That's why I said what you got.
Listen, I might even put Demetrius Bird over Michael Clayton.
Demetrius?
Like that's arguable.
He's a transfer.
What that mean?
I don't think it.
Hold on. You a Duke fan in basketball, just like me. Don't bring the transfer rule into this.
No, what I'm getting at is
Mr. Dante Jones.
What I'm getting at,
the first transfer ever.
Rodney Hood. What I'm getting at is he had what 2 seasons at LSU.
Hey,
I mean he was a good player, but I wouldn't put him over Michael.
But if you do that,
listen, I feel like Michael
Clayton only had 2 good years.
I feel like Michael Clayton on that list.
Yeah.
I feel like Michael Clayton is only on that list because he's from Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
He's did so much for the community. That was a favor for a favor.
Look, to be honest with you, Early Doucette might get it over Michael Clayton.
I'm about to say Early Doucette probably
He had 3 good years over 2 good years.
Early Doucette probably get him over.
No,
Ruben Randall to me goes there before him.
Ruben Randall was really good. I just can't put him. None of them over Jarvis Landry. None of them.
Look, Ruben. Look, it's a reason why Odell had a slow start because he was opposite of Ruben Randall. There's a reason why Juice couldn't get on the field.
I'm gonna tell you one of the linebackers that shouldn't be on there. Kelvin Shepard has no business being on this list. I'm sorry. Kelvin Shepard was a good player, a really good player at LSU. He should not be on this list before Deion Jones, Kevin Minter.
But
I'm sorry, he should.
Debo only had 1 year in the defense.
Kelvin Shepard shouldn't be over him.
His numbers are phenomenal.
Just saying.
His numbers are phenomenal. I would say that.
I wouldn't put Kelvin Shepard on the list.
I would say that his numbers are phenomenal.
So in my mind, just to kind of recap everything, there's only a few people that I don't agree with that should be on this list for this top 25 of LSU, and I would have Dalton Hilliard over Leonard Fournette. I would have Jamarcus Russell over Matt Flynn. I would have Jarvis Landry over Michael Clayton. I would have Deion Jones over Kelvin Shepard. I would have Skylar Green over Trenton Holiday for the return specialist.
And I gotta have Trell Fox on that linebacker position.
Well, Trell Fox should be over Kelvin Shepard probably.
Yeah.
So that's
you ain't got Kevin Mawai over Ben Wilkinson.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Ben Wilkinson was really good, and Kevin Mawai. I think, in my opinion, Kevin Mawai was really good. I think he had a better pro career than he did college. Now, I'm not trying to disrespect him.
Right, Ben Wilkinson was a freshman.
Ben Wilkinson was that guy.
Drop it, I know, but
like, cause you gotta remember, I graduated 2003. Ben Wilkinson got the LSU in 2001. I remember people talking about him they were like, dog,
as a center.
They were like, Ben, he was just that guy. He solidified everything on that offensive line. He made all the calls, and he was the quarterback on the offensive line. I mean, Kevin Mawai is arguable, but
here's the thing.
I think Ben Wilkinson deserves to be in that spot.
Who did they call to talk and give some one-on-one tutelage to?
Ben Wilkinson might not be good at articulating himself and relating to the players like Kevin Mawai. Kevin Mawai was on the players union.
Right.
Tomato got down Tabata.
With good reason.
He got brought in to tutelage him not in speaking, in the game, and at the position of center.
But he got some people that's he got some people that played the game that was really, really good, but they can't translate it and relate it to people in the right way. Kevin Mawai does that better than Ben Wilkinson. I think that. So that's no knock to Ben Wilkinson. It's just Kevin Mawai is just good. He's a good people's person. He understands how to relate to people and things of that nature.
That was nasty.
Yeah.
He was the first center to pull.
He was a beast.
That means something.
He was a beast.
First center to pull.
He was a beast.
That means something.
I say it's a good list. Overall to me, I think
very controversial.
Very controversial.
Who the fuck put Matt Flynn up there? For what reason?
Because he won a national championship.
Shit.
You know how people value rings.
Matt Mark won one too. What the hell?
Value all. Jamarcus Russell was slaying that thing.
I think the reason why Jamarcus Russell not on the list, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's because of the pro career he had.
Matt Flynn had
tell me what
he had a great agent.
Listen, what I'm getting at is You saw the demise of Jamarcus Russell the second he hit over.
Tell me what Matt Flynn did.
He did nothing. He had a longer pro career. What I'm getting at is the way he flopped at the pro career is the reason why people don't want to associate him with that list.
Tell me what Michael Clayton did as a pro.
What
he might have had 1 or 2 good years.
Yeah, but
his rookie year. That's it. He didn't finish out his rookie contract.
The difference was he wasn't the bust that Jamarcus was.
He had 1 good year.
He wasn't the boss that Jamarcus was.
I agree with that, but at the same time,
Jamarcus was.
At the same time,
they had so many more receivers.
Michael Clayton was like a god at LSU. I remember this.
And he was the first receiver taken.
Yeah.
And he didn't finish out his rookie contract.
Michael Clayton was a guy.
He was a dude. He was a dude at LSU.
He was a guy. He was Baton Rouge native. He went to Christian Life, huh?
Yep.
And behind him was Denver.
And then he was cold in basketball. He just did so much for the city of Baton Rouge. Like, you know all that player factor.
Yeah, but fuck it. Be real.
I'm being real. Jamarcus should be number 1 on that list.
Yeah, he should be on the quarterback.
Number 1. Then after that, Rohan Davis. I don't know how Matt Flynn get part of this list. Matt Flynn only started that 1 year.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. Mettenberger was really good. Not his first year he wasn't, but
his second year.
That second year he was really good. He was really good. He was really good. He was really good. Mettenberger was really good.
But to me, listen, Jamarcus Russell is their best quarterback they had during his time at LSU. He
Jamarcus,
Rohan Davis,
Herb Tyler was really good. Even though he ran that option,
he ran that bitch to perfection.
He's really good. He's really good.
Again, Matt Flynn. Boy, that list for me, he's on that list because of he's a pro career, he was a backup guy, he's been around the league, he may have a good perception, he may be seen right, and Jamarcus Russell doesn't have the same perception. He's viewed as a bust, he's viewed as an overweight guy, he was like he didn't work hard. So at LSU, he was that dude.
So we'll agree that for the most part, they got this list right. But it was like maybe 3 or 4 that was interchangeable.
They're interchangeable.
So, you know,
quarterback completely interchangeable.
But that's just a testament to the talent that they
had.
That's helped through that.
And it's gonna always be like that. And just to let y'all know, breaking news:
John Emery
decommits from Georgia, the 5-star running back. I'm thinking he's feeling some type of way. Just gonna let y'all know. A source close to John Emery texted me today and was like, he told me that John was gonna probably decommit. Well, he actually texted me like 2 days ago and said John was probably gonna decommit from Georgia, and you know he's been in contact with Orgeron and Coach Mack and the running backs coach and all like that for the last couple of weeks. And on his bye week, they went and visited him at his house and went and visited the school and things of that nature. And you know, John is starting to have a change of heart. Now, I'm not saying 100% that he's about to commit and sign at LSU, but it's looking like that's the direction he's going.
Looking pretty nice.
It's looking like that's the direction he's going. And listen, let me tell you something. What we always talk about, you gotta keep the best talent at home. You can't let people like John Emery get out the state. You cannot. You know, this is something that LSU used to pride themselves on when, you know, the early years of Les Miles, when Saban was here, the best talent in Louisiana stayed home. And so this is one of the things, you can't let John Emery, an Under Armour All-American, you cannot let him leave the state and let him go to Georgia. I think that when it's all said and done, he will be an LSU Tiger.
Now, before we go to the recap of the Saints Ravens game, and I know it's not our top 5 high school segment yet, but you just said something that I know we wanted to talk about last week, but it just refresh. How many national All-Americans is in the state of Louisiana right now?
There's 9, 8.
Tyron
Davis, Cardell Thomas, Byron Constantine, Jordan Clark.
I don't know because of his daddy, but Ishmael Devontae,
John,
Tug.
Who?
Tug. You high?
Makai. He All American. You sure?
Him about 9 or 10. Arby. He an Arby All American.
Okay.
Like him, Cardell, and Tyra.
So we got like what 7 or 8, something like that.
Yeah.
But the point is, that just go to show you what we got brewing down here in the boot, man. I mean, you got, if if you got more than 5, that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I don't think people taking the contrast to the size of our state compared to Florida, California,
Exactly.
Texas. Exactly.
It's not
Our
the same.
state can fit in those states.
Right.
And we got just as many, if not more, than some of them.
It speaks a mouthful, man.
It's something to the gumbo, baby.
Something to gumbo. Giants, get together. Something in y'all gumbo. Y'all got no rule in there. Garage set going up there. We're going to go ahead and switch gears. Y'all already know what happened this past Sunday.
Who that?
Saints go on the road.
Who that?
Go to Baltimore. Bless you. Go to Baltimore.
Who that?
Thank you.
And the Saints come out there, man. They had a great second half against the Baltimore Ravens. First half was pretty much a struggle. They had some plays early on. You had about 4 fourth down attempts on the first drive. Trying to get the offense going. But man, come out in the second half. The Saints do some miraculous things. Put up 14 unanswered points on Baltimore defense. Baltimore's a team that didn't allow any second half points of them all year, playing the number 1 statistical defense in the league. And the Saints come out on the road, get a big time win in Baltimore to go up 5-1. Man, what's your take on the Saints going into Baltimore and becoming a 5-1 team? Are they one of the best teams now in the NFC or in the entire league?
Hell yeah.
Listen, bro. When you looking at a team that has the capabilities to compete for a Super Bowl, you have to look at the New Orleans Saints.
Right.
Top to bottom, we have the personnel to be able to compete with anybody in the NFL. That goes with the Patriots, the Rams, anybody you want to name, we can compete with them. The thing that I like about what we did Sunday, and Big Henry, we always talk about this, and you really familiar with the kind of things because you're a coach and you understand the nuances of the game. Finding different ways to win.
Right.
Yeah. The Saints offense is high powered, and we put up 30, 40 points sometime, and it looks pretty. But can you win ugly? And that shows you what kind of team you got. That shows you we can win different type of ways. Because in the playoffs, man, you might not have Michael Thomas open on that slant or Kamara come out the backfield, matched up on the linebacker. You might not have your bread and butter open. Can you find other ways to be effective and win the game? And the Saints did that on Sunday. Drew Brees was efficient as always. 22 for 30, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
And 0 still on the league.
The line did a great job protecting him. He was only sacked 1 time, and that was a ferocious pass rush we went against. The Ravens came into this game the number 1 total defense in the NFL. I was very impressed with how the Saints won this game. We ran the ball. Did we run the ball at a high level? No, but it was effective. Kamara finished with 64 yards rushing. Taysom Hill and Mark Ingram combined for over 70 yards rushing, which put us over 100+ yards rushing in the game. It was just very impressive how Sean Payton called the game. Sometimes we had a 7-8 man box. He still ran the ball, and then they opened it up when ran play action. Right. You got Michael Thomas. You found Ben Watson. You found people in the passing game because we set up the run.
Right.
And the run, we weren't getting a lot of yards. The longest run in the game for us was 12 yards by Kamara. But Sean Payton stayed patient, and that's what I was most impressed with. And it's telling me, I'm telling y'all, it's showing me that the Saints are in prime position to be able to hold that Lombardi Trophy at the end of the season, bro. Because Sean Payton, you could tell he's growing as a coach.
Right.
Sean Payton would have never run the ball that many times 4 or 5 years ago. Even when we won a Super Bowl.
No, he'd have deferred easily to pass.
He would have got antsy. He would have got impatient and felt like he had to run the ball a lot of times. We ran the ball 39 times on Sunday.
That's unheard of in the Sean Payton offense.
And
unheard of.
It was great because it slowed that pass rush down, which is why Breeze was only sacked 1 time. It kept our defense fresh. And it was, even though we gave up that play at the end when they got down there and scored, to be able to tie the game up, but Justin Tucker missed a field goal. But we did a good job of just controlling the game. Won the game nasty.
Thank y'all, by the way, those 7,000 views. Just his expression was priceless. His expression was just priceless.
We found a way to win the game. We finished the game with 134 yards rushing. The key stat I think in this game, and I'ma always say this when it comes to Sean Payton, because he likes to drop his nuts on people. And when you going against people like this with a good defense on the road, you gotta have this kind of mentality. Man, we was 4 for 5 on 4th down. 4 for 5. You keep extending the drives for a quarterback like Drew Brees, he gonna burn you sooner or later. We were 6 of 14 on 3rd down. That means we keep extending drives. We keep extending drives. What is that doing? That's called a money down. That means you got the defensive line, they gassing up because they think they about to get off the field. No, stay on the field. And I think that played a big factor into why we won this game. Because at the end of the game, when we scored, before the Ravens got the ball in that last drive, I watched the Ravens D-line, the linebacker. I watched C.J. Moore and Terrell Suggs. Man, they was gassed. They was gassed. You could tell the tempo that Sean Payton came with took a toll on them in the end. I feel real good about the Saints right now. Didn't add Eli Apple, and I know we're going to get to that.
Right.
To the secondary. I just think that this defense is emerging, and they're getting better and better, just like last year. And people don't remember, last year our defense started off slow, and they got better and better as the season went on.
Right.
And I think that's what you see in our defense doing. When you saw the little play with John Brown, he caught the ball in the middle of the field and took it the distance. I feel like that was a miscommunication on the back end. Like I said, we know we got a defense that's young. We got 8, 9 people on our defense under the age of 25. That's gonna happen. Look, we getting better though, and I like what's happening on our defense. We know the offense ain't gonna be able to hit at all cylinders all the time. But guess what? We found a way to win. Special teams with Taysom Hill, A.K.A. White Uptown. He made some plays, impacted the game. I feel real good about what we doing right now. Going into this game in Minnesota, at Minnesota on Sunday night. I can't wait. I don't want to look at it as a revenge game. I want to look at it as like it's just another game. But the way the Saints playing right now, finding ways to win ugly. We played the Browns at home. We found a way to win ugly. We finding ways to win. And that's what you look for in a Super Bowl caliber team. And I think the Saints is just primed to hold that Lombardi trophy. I'm going to speak it to the existence, baby. I don't care. I don't care. I know people going to say, don't count your eggs before they hatch, but I'm going to do it. I'm telling you, this is the type of season we having right now, the way we winning, the way we finding ways to win. This is a prime example of what Super Bowl teams do. So, I felt good about our win. Going into this game Sunday, I feel good about it too. I think we're going to beat Minnesota too. Man, look, give me your take on it because I feel real good about what the Saints doing right now.
Notorious Weathersby says, that's that gumbo laughing my butt off. He said Peyton is getting playoff ready. And Marty B said, man, they got 11 sacks last week and 1 trash and 1 sack.
They had 11 sacks against the Titans the prior week.
Right, and he said they had 11 sacks this past week and one sack trash. And Mike Thomas first team All Pro. Got to agree with that. He said Tori Weathersby also said defense got better after the move from Demario Davis to middle linebacker. Coach Hen.
Man, look. First and foremost, the main reason I believe the Saints won this game is because Sean Payton set the tone right off the bat. You go for it on 4th down 4 times and you open the drive.
Agreed.
You get the ball. You get a 3rd down conversion, but you got 3 4th down conversions.
Correct.
Was 4 for 5 in the game.
The only problem I had was the 4th down play that was called. You don't run that type of play to the short side of the field.
To the boundary.
Going to take some here with Alvin Kamara.
And then me personally, Breeze in the red zone, I'm not taking the ball out his head on a 4th down play. That's just me. That's just me personally. That's the only thing. But then you see how it happened. You see the reverse side of it. The Ravens got the ball, and then they went for it on 4th down because it turned into a pissing match. Right. You're not about to come in my house and go into the master bedroom and then piss in my toilet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to show you what you're not about to do. And then they try to, and that's what the Ravens are not.
Right.
They're not that type of team. And then the win played a big factor into it too, because why I risk taking a field goal. And I know we didn't get points out the opening drive, but why risk taking the 3? Well, we say, you know what, this is what we doing. We gonna keep doing it, and then you know what, they gonna have to just stop it, force them to stop it. They did. All right, you stopped it. No panic. We gonna come back down and we gonna score again. No, now you know what we here for. Look at the time it took the Ravens to get the ball in the first quarter to 6 minutes. That's unheard of in the NFL. That's unheard of. So now you took every offensive coordinator comes into the game with a script.
Right.
You took the script out you took the Ravens script out the window now, because the time was an issue. You wanted to get snaps, so now you got to get into, all right, they scored. We gotta get it, even though the score was 0-0. That's just the heat that Sean Payton held them to. Then we said it earlier, 11 sacks the week before, 1 this week. That was the hugest part of it, and G hit the nail on the head. Ran the ball 39 times. I'm gonna tell you something.
39.
As a pass rusher, which you hate to do, like you, because you play up on the front stuff, you expect a run block at you every now and then, but you're not looking for the run. You try to get off and get in that thing.
Right.
But if I keep doing it, eventually, when it's time for you to rush, you'd have been doing this, holding the line, holding the edge, not letting the ball get on the outside of you, trying to chase down plays so long to when I tell you it's time to pass, you're like, I'm just going to hold it up, not let him climb the pocket.
Right.
The pass rush was dead. And it showed in the second half. That's why you come out and you score 17 points in the second half against a team that had to surrender the points in the second half all year long. Then, man, White Uptown. Timely plays. Oh my God!
White Uptown. I gotta go check the polls.
Man, look.
See the polls.
First of all, you poll bad because how you gonna say somebody is a special team player when he plays quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end?
The poll was bad.
And
wasn't bad.
And you just like the people that made you listen to Baton Rouge. You came up with special teams here, and you
started on special teams.
You know what I'm saying? And now he evolved. It's like Pokemon. You used to play that shit. Pokemon, man. Motherfucker, you ain't Pikachu no more. Goddamn it, whatever the hell Pikachu is.
He right you. He going
that motherfucker. That's what he is. Now you got evolved. You got to evolve with the game, man. But I'm gonna tell you,
he's still on special teams though.
The key factor to this game was not Michael Thomas, not what's the rookie name? Traquan Smith, not Cameron Meredith, not Kamara, not Ingram. Dan Arnold, and Ben Watson. Everybody eyes was on Michael Thomas. Everybody was eyes on Traquan Smith. Everybody eyes was on Kamara come out the backfield. Ingram come out the backfield.
That field goal. That blow to the right.
Man, to let Dan Arnold just came off the practice squad. He getting critical third down conversions,
right?
Wide open, nobody to account for. Ben Watson, kind of. All right, this team let me go. I wasn't ready to be let go. Let me show you. Let me show you what you missed. You drafted 2 tight ends, so you messed up. And look, he made timely conversions. And at the end, G hit on the head. We won ugly.
Yeah.
We won bad performance with being undefeated right now. We won bad performance.
We won. We won with bad.
The thing about it too, the biggest thing about it, against a team like the Ravens, what the Ravens been able to do is get big plays after big plays after big play. You only had 1 drive with big plays.
Yeah, you only had that big play with John Brown.
Yeah,
when he had that dig route.
If you look at what they've been doing, they've been going down the field like crazy. My thing is, and I know we're going to, like you said, Eli Apple's going to change a lot of days what the defense is going to do now.
I got to agree with that. Now, to go to the poll question, you call my poll ugly. Just so
I ain't call it ugly, I said it's bad.
It's bad? Well, it got results.
So results can't be bad?
No.
Oh, okay. So
let's go to
the guy that's the president had a bad result. Okay.
People voted. People voted. White Uptown Special Teams Hill. 57% is White Uptown. out of 125 votes.
So it's over with. 57%.
So White Uptown.
So you bad?
It's his name. No, we did it. I left it up to the fans. The fans made their vote. White Uptown is gonna be his name.
So you can't say so.
I can't call it special teams here no more.
White Uptown.
White Uptown is gonna be. It is. He gonna pull out 125. White Uptown.
White Uptown. Listen, I already said it already. I announced it on Twitter. I'm going to get me a jersey with a number 7 on the back, and I'm putting White Uptown. I'm telling y'all now. We gotta make sure this is named him on the broadcast. When they talk about the Saints, I don't want to hear Taysom Hill no more. I want to hear White Uptown. Well, if they gonna say Taysom Hill, they say Taysom Hill, A.K.A. White Uptown, courtesy of FanView. I'm telling y'all now. We gotta start the protest.
Go get a trademark. We gotta go get a trademark.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. fucking Ryan Clark gonna come on here and say, look, I like what the Saints doing. I'm from Louisiana, baby. And let me tell you something.
White Uptown.
White Uptown.
White Uptown.
Call to the people. Like, why you call it White Uptown? Well, you don't understand. The Superdome is in the third wall. Part of the third wall is Uptown. He white Uptown. It make he
gonna mix some shenanigans up. The reality is, it's a FanView Live, baby.
Give us our credit, goddamn.
Now, I'm gonna read a couple of comments here. 200 what this be say? Ravens gonna beat the Panthers.
Hope so.
Hope so too. But
the damn Eagles up 17-0.
Right.
And let these people come back and win.
That's a fact. But Sean Vaughn says the Ravens went for it on 4th and 8, but not 4th and 3 pissing match. Agree with that. Willie Wesley says Tucker was paid off. Look at it, y'all.
Man,
can't be mad at it all day. Don't care. Breeze broke 2 records. Only quarterback to beat all 32 teams. Well, he's not the only quarterback. Obviously, he said in 5,000 yards passing. Could be in Ohio Hall of Fame without with their loss.
That's my line, brother. Don't pay no attention.
Well, first of all, Drew Brees is not the only one who did that. Also, it was Peyton Manning and Brett Favre.
He a Ravens fan. He butt hurt.
I understand.
He butt hurt.
He also says almost missed another kick the same damn way.
Hey.
Justin Tucker definitely was on the Saints payroll on Sunday.
Hey man, I want to hear that shit. Look, Willie Weston. Y'all, I know you stay in a little country town in Natchez, Mississippi. Y'all got a Walmart. They smell butt paste in the baby aisle. All that hurt feeling that you got stuck up your ass, man.
Brian, you asking did you miss the LSU talk? Yeah, baby, where you been? Where you been, man? I know you probably been working. And stuff, man. You missed the LSU talk, man. We talked about the LSU top 25 team of all time. You missed it. You got to go back and watch it, man, and see what we said.
That's what I just told you.
Told him what the speech says. Tasting the athlete heals. Hey man, his name is White Chocolate. We did a poll.
No, his name White Uptown.
White Uptown.
White Chocolate is Jason Williams. That's Jason Williams, man.
Name of the basketball set.
Damn, man. Bleach.
White Uptown is his name. That's his name from this point on. So when you hear us do the commentary during the game,
White Uptown, you know what we talking about? Taysom Hill.
It's Tim. Straight up. That's what it is.
Hey, no,
look, Brian, you missed that too. We talking about John Emery. Talking about coming too. We talking about that. I just gave you my inside source. My inside source texted me about John Emery and told me what's going on. You missed it. You gotta go back and look at the recap, baby. We moving on. We shifting gears. We shifting gears.
One day y'all come in here, we're gonna start FanView, and you're gonna see Taysom Hill up there, and you're gonna see White Uptown with him with some bones, baby, with some slugs for Doug. 2 for 150.
Terrence will say White Uptown won't stick. It's kind of racist. No, it ain't. T-Mo ain't.
Hey, man, how White Uptown? Man, it sounds like he from St. Charles Parish, man.
White Uptown, man.
We did a poll.
That sound good.
And that's how it ended.
That's how it sound. It got a ring to it. White Uptown.
Hey, and look, T-Mo, white people voted on the poll too.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. They feeling that. Because you got to think about it. Uptown is known for what? Black folks.
Yeah.
But when you put that White Uptown to it, it's like you give it a little.
He got street cred.
A little spunk to it.
Yeah. Man, look.
He got street cred automatically.
Look, he can walk over the bridge and go to that Popeyes right there and say, let me get that $2. And nobody will try to rob.
He can go to that churches on a corner of Cleveland and Martin Luther King.
I
want a 25 piece. Mashed potatoes.
Wait. I don't know. You might be pushing
It's
it.
ignorant right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you ain't gonna tell him nothing.
I don't know.
He coming in like this. Man, White Uptown. Man, what you want, man? Man, hit auto on me.
Nah, I don't know. And look, he go to partners.
Now Brian Jones said Benson would sign off on it. White Uptown.
Yeah.
White Uptown.
Who you think gave G the idea? Benson came down while we were doing the little thing. The little second line press. He say, G was talking about Taylor. He said, right up top, baby. He the new me. And G just ran with it.
Right up top, baby.
Man.
Did the poll?
Telling you, man.
Got some look.
So
the results are in.
So shifting gears, the Eli Albert trade. You know, we had all the rumors about Patrick Peterson, and a lot of people thought we had a good chance to get Patrick Peterson. I'm gonna get my take first. I knew we weren't gonna get Patrick Peterson. I was hoping in some kind of way Mickey Loomis can make it happen, but I knew we only got $2 million in cap space.
Well, the cap wasn't the issue.
But let me finish. We got $2 million in cap space. If we would have got Patrick Peterson, he was gonna count for $6.5 million toward our cap. That means we were gonna have to try to restructure some deals. A lot was gonna have to go on for us to make that happen. Now I thought he was worth doing that for, because just like Deion Sanders said, he was the missing piece for us to win a Super Bowl this year. Somebody opposite of Marshawn Lattimore. But look, that didn't happen. Mickey Loomis did what I thought he should have did, because you're thinking business-wise, you're thinking about the future. You're thinking about, look, we got to pay this guy. Listen, let's just hold off. Let's go get somebody that's a pretty good player. Might not be the caliber of Patrick Peterson. We're going to get somebody that could be serviceable and give us an upgrade over Ken Crawley. And that was Eli Apple. Eli Apple going to come in here, man. I watched film on this kid. I watched him in Ohio State. I'm very familiar with him. He getting a change of scenery right now.
That's it. New York is a disaster.
And I think that in New York, him and Landon Collins, we know about the beef with them two.
Right.
Things just wasn't going well over there. Man, you know how that is, man. When you get out of a situation that's just bad, and the Giants was bad last year, they was bad this year.
It's a garage sale going on.
You come into a winning culture, and then you come into somewhere where you got 4 teammates that you had at Ohio State that could comfort you and get you up to speed. Some people that you could like, man, look, what I gotta look for, and just put you on game about a lot of things that's going on. Man, that makes things a hell of a lot better.
It's like Ohio State South down here.
So I think Eli Apple will come in and be a very, very good player for us. Now, people gotta understand. You know, I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Twitter, on Facebook. You know, we got some ignorant Saints fans. I ain't gonna lie, we got some ignorant Saints fans. Some people that say some crazy off the wall stuff, and everybody talking about
Brandon Jones.
They tried to compare Ken Crawley to Eli Apple. They went through their first 30 games.
Yeah.
Eli Apple got 1 interception. Ken Crawley got 1 interception. Ken Crawley got more passes defended than Eli Apple. And people are like, oh man, he bad. Ken Crawley is way better than him, man. Listen, watch the tape, watch the film. Listen, Ken Crawley wouldn't be better than Eli Apple in his goddamn sleep. And he wouldn't. And that's just what it is. Eli Apple going to come here and be a hell of an upgrade to what we got. Ken Crawley, I think what we need to do, we need to make him move to the nickel position, take over Patrick Robinson's role. And Patrick Robinson might come back. They say there's a chance he could come back. I'm not going to bank on it, but there's a chance he could come back. Move Ken Crawley to the nickel. Put Eli on the outside, man. I think Eli going to be a good upgrade to what we had. Opposite of Marshawn Lattimore, Von Bell, and Marcus Williams over the top. I think Eli Alba going to do phenomenal on our defense. Do not look for this kid to be an elite corner. That's not what he is. Now, do I think he's a really good corner? I think he's a really good corner, but he's not the upper echelon of corners. So people got to keep that in mind. If he gets beat, it's going to happen. Marshawn Lattimore gets beat. But I think Eli Apple going to hold his own for the most part, and he's going to be good enough to propel us to go through the playoffs and be able to get to Atlanta, man, to play for that Super Bowl.
I want to read a couple of comments. I'm going to let Coach go. He said, Willie Wesley says,
Don't worry about Tuffy.
Don't worry about Tuffy. All right, Tori Weathersby says, Eli got to learn, but he's going to make some plays for us. Vashawn Barnes says, Buckeye, who that?
Higgins.
There it is. Wayne Brownlow said, I agree. I think Apple will play well for the Saints because he will be with the other Ohio State players. Got to agree with that. So y'all going to be pointing now straight up. That's what Willie Wesley said. The thing is this. Go ahead, Coach N.
Now, look, I just want to touch on the Patrick Peterson thing real quick. Reason why we was never going to get Patrick Peterson. Let's just understand. You don't let the trend of the league fool you. Raiders trading a lot of players, you know, Giants playing a lot of players. Here's the difference for Arizona. New York is always gonna make money. They in New York. People sit out in the goddamn blizzard to watch a damn Giants play, and they'll be old and forever, and they still gonna be sold out.
Correct.
The Raiders got their money. Hell, they moving to Las Vegas. They gonna get paid.
Right.
What are you saying, Arizona future? First of all, last year, let's look at the plan. Last year, you don't re-sign Tyrann Mathieu, you release him.
Mm-hmm.
You're not. Deion Buchanan was a button star. You changed. The defensive coordinator left. Todd Bowles go to become a head coach. You hire a different defensive coordinator that runs a totally different scheme in what he was successful in. Problem number one. So what would this? Larry Fitzgerald about to retire.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting the ball to your star running back. Your offensive line is trash. And what would it say to season ticket holders that you just traded? I think Fitzgerald's going to retire after the end of this year. Mm-hmm. And then the longest tenured guy after that would be Patrick Peterson, then Mike Iupati. But do you let Patrick Peterson go?
Right.
And they wanted the first and the second for him. Well, I mean, we would probably give him this year second and next year first. What are you trying to say for people that, look, you don't have the market than nobody else. You're a small market team. So that's why I knew Patrick Peterson was going. It was good wishful thinking, but I understand why I did it. But there's no need to fear. The right Eli is here. Look, let me tell y'all something, man. One of the toughest positions to play in football is the skill position of quarterback and wide receiver when you make it to the pro level.
I think corner is harder than wide receiver.
Well, this is where I'm going with corner and wide receiver. This is why I put both of them together. Because when you in middle school, nobody knows about you. When you come to high school, once you make a name for yourself, you don't get tried. No more. So if you make a name for yourself your freshman year, you won't get tried until you get to college. When you get to college, once you make a name for yourself, you don't even have to make a name for yourself. When you get that, or he's the best coming out you're
the highlight guy.
He's number 3, number 4 quarterback.
You don't get tried no more.
You're not getting tried no more. So you go from 7 years to not being tried, and then wide receivers would be the same way. They can't stop you, so all right, we gonna try to cover you, but we know you gonna get beat up, right. So it is what it is.
Right.
We're not gonna win that matchup. Then you get to the league. The league don't give a damn if you was the number 1 overall player or you was the number 1,500 player.
You get tried and tested every week.
You gonna get tested in training camp, preseason, and once they fire you, they gonna catch you. It's a reason why as soon as every veteran quarterback, as soon as a quarterback go down, and if they bring in a rookie quarterback, no matter what, the ball going over there right now. They can be their sorry receiver, the ball going over there right now. You'll get tried. It's a reason why I don't give a damn how good a college wide receiver you are. When a veteran quarterback see you, he walking down on you. I don't care if they playing cover Jesus. He walking down on you. You about to get off. You got to show me. You don't get their respect. Then you playing in the Big Apple. Right. Where everybody pointing fingers at you. Then you got a teammate who just had one good year and like, oh yeah, he a cancer. So now you looking over somebody, who can I trust? All that plays in a factor of the confidence of a player. Mm-hmm. Guess what? Slate is wiped clean now. Slate is wiped clean on the fact that you come in here with 3 teammates. You come in here and then I know Lattimore and Eli and Vaughn, they always talk. So he knows the type of coach that Eric Glenn's going to be. He knows, hey, look, this is what we do, blah, blah. So the learning curve is not going to be that hard for him. And then it's like if we see each other out in the street or something like that, we're not going to let each other suffer. You know what I'm saying? So that's they got blood, sweat, and tears together.
Right.
They not gonna let him come in here and struggle. They gonna make it as easy for him as possible. They go look, Coach Glenn. This is what he good at. This is what he good. Look. Let's go. Let's get the ball rolling. To me, is a better fit than Patrick Peterson. This is why. For a skill level,
I want to hear this.
For a skill level, there's no comparison. Pat Pete all day. But far as getting somebody in your scheme the right way.
Okay.
When you bring Pat Peterson, it's one of those days like, shit, let Pat do what Pat do. Well, that's okay, fine, and if your defense is equipped like that.
Right.
But our defense is not equipped like that. The secondary's been working good because they've been working as a unit. So now you bring in Eli Apple. Eric Glenn can teach him something. He can teach him. Pat P come in, you can't teach Pat P shit. So now it's like,
okay,
you gotta walk on eggshells.
Yeah, I'm coaching 3 people instead of the whole world. Because if I say, and then just think about what that comes into. It turns into another pitch match. If I say, look, Marshawn, you supposed to be doing this, and this. Mm-hmm. Then Pat come up and look, you got the similar skill set I got. You can get away with doing this. So now it's like, well,
damn, you're making a good point right now.
Who do I listen to?
Damn.
Do I listen to my coach or do I listen to the motherfucker that's made the Pro Bowl since he stepped in
the league?
You know what I'm saying? At this position.
And Aaron Glenn wasn't a player that Pat P was.
And that's what
I'm about to get to. Players, they think about all that kind of stuff. That's a good point.
So it's
Great point.
So it's like, you know what? It don't get me wrong. The upgrade would have been phenomenal. But it's like, is it better for the team? Is it better for the team? And to me, this is a better point because he's only been in the league 2 years. All right, so he gonna finish out his rookie contract. You control the 5th-year option. It's cheap now. You got a whole young secondary that's all within 2nd and 3rd years of playing that outside of Patrick Robinson and Kurt Coleman. Now you can grow it. Now you can build together. Now, look, it's a reason what makes Seattle special. All those guys was together that whole time, and then it happened.
Right.
One day that pass rush and the secondary go hand to hand. If you got a good secondary, your pass rush is gonna be good.
Right.
If you got a good pass rush, your secondary gonna be good. Guess what Eli Apple is good at? He has phenomenal closing speed and he likes to press. Guess what Marshawn Lattimore is good at? The same damn thing. So you try to tell me I can put my NASCAR lineup out there and say, go get the passer, because the ball is not coming out fast because they get pressed.
Right.
And then we go bail off.
And one of the things that people got to realize, what else made this a good trade, when we go match up with the Rams, they got 3 really good receivers. Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Sammy Watkins.
Right.
Hey. So you got to be able to match up with them people.
Well, Robert Woods is hurt. I think he has an injury right now. But
Cooper Kupp got the injury. I don't think it's Robert Woods.
Cooper Kupp got the
MCL. And the MCL. He had MCL, like a sprained MCL or something. But you got to have some depth at the cornerback position. And even though I think Hardy should get a little more time out there because he looking like he's getting better in it. He's emerging as a corner in our defense.
What do you think the trust factor is in him?
In Hardy?
Yeah. Because think about it.
He has the tools. I just think it's his lack of experience. I think it's lack of experience when it comes to Justin Hardy. He definitely has a tool. I mean, he's definitely fast and can break on the ball. I just think it's more so about technique and staying disciplined in the scheme that Dennis Allen wants. I think that's what it comes down to. Justin Hardy has the tools to be able to contribute in his defense, dude. I really believe that.
I just have a feeling they try to turn him into the next Fred McAfee, like special team ace that's gonna be on the team for. Because I thought all right, when he got that pick
against the Redskins.
All right, to me, all right, that water a little. All right, let's see what you do a little more against other people because. You go against Drew Brees at practice. He know what you're good at. You go against the same receivers all the time. So they know how they can't beat you. So that's not telling of how far you came along.
I just think that,
But against another opponent, I thought, especially against the Ravens,
they should have given him a shot.
He's faster than Crawley to me. Hey,
he is faster than Crawley.
Right.
You need to be with John Brown because you're the only one that we got that can run with him because we want to keep Lattimore on Crabtree.
Teron Weathersby says, how y'all feel about putting Hardy in the slot and sit PG?
I know people. I don't think
not
Hardy is a slot guy.
I know people that's not big on PJ Williams because he let Calvin Ridley just abuse him.
Right.
And things of that nature. But I like PJ Williams. I'm going to just stick with him. I don't give a damn what nobody tell me.
I love him in a slot. He's not an outside corner.
I just like him. I think that he's a good corner. I just think that he has some bad plays sometimes at the worst times. I feel good about PG1. I feel good about our secondary. I really do.
I say this: when you bring in a guy like Eli Apple and I'm a kind of an analyst kind of guy. What y'all also understand is that Eli Apple is also cost efficient. You got to start thinking about the future. You got guys like Andres Pete that's coming up on contract.
Oh no, this is last year with the Saints.
I agree with that.
He would be traded.
Here's my thing. You got to start thinking about guys that are coming due. So when you bring the Patrick Peterson in, guy $14, $15 million a year, you got to start thinking about, man, you got to have a team. Eli Apple comes in at a $1 million cap, on the cap this year, $2.5 million on the cap next year. That's efficient. That's an efficient cost thing you can have for your roster because you got guys like Alvin Kamara that you start negotiating with. You got guys like Mike Thomas you got to start negotiating with.
That's all get paid.
Yeah. You got to start having these type of conversation with some of these type of guys that you drafted for a couple of seasons ago.
Right.
That are having productive years. Mark Ingram, who was a free agent this year. You got to start having a conversation with him. So when you bring in a $14, $15 million guy in, those conversations just became dead. You can't bring those guys back. As much as I love to have a Patrick Peterson in New Orleans, but Eli Apple not just fits the scheme that Coach had mentioned about, but he also fits what you're trying to do personnel-wise from a cost from a front office standpoint.
Right.
Especially listen, I'm not expecting Eli Apple to come in here and be a all-pro corner. That's really not the case.
That'd be nice, but
that'd be nice. If he can create that play for himself, by all means, I love it. But man, all we really needed a corner to do outside of Marshall Lattimore, man, we just needed 20-yard plus plays to stop. That's what this ball is down to. These 20-yard plus plays that Ken Crawley and P.J. Williams are doing on the outside of the field, it has to stop. And if he can do that, if he can make that back down, and I don't need an interception, but if he can just create situations where, listen, those 20-yard plus plays don't happen, by all means, you got a good secondary now. And he's going to be comfortable because, again, he was in the same locker room with a lot of those guys at Ohio State being former first-round and second-round picks and Von Bell and Marshawn Lattimore. So he's going to feel comfortable. He's going to feel like himself. But it's a great situation for him. All you got to do is one thing. Play football, play on the outside, and just don't give a 20-yard plus plays. If he can do that, it's a match made in heaven. But if he can't and he gets demoralized and, then it's an easy release too.
Right.
So look at it both ways. It's an easy, cost-efficient release game because, again, he doesn't bring a lot of salary. So then you got a guy that you're bringing in and have a good expectation, but don't bring a lot of salary.
And I'm big on looking at things down the road. I'm big on that, man. That's why I was like, I want Pat Pete. But damn, man.
What does bringing Patrick Peterson affect your roster?
I was like,
you got to start thinking like
$6.5 million. Then next year, I think he's owed 13.
Yeah. So you start saying to yourself, man, look at Larry Wolford contract. Do you need to restructure him? Do you look at Teron Armstead? You got to start looking at the rest of your team.
Ingram contract coming up.
You start looking at.
You got to pay him. You got to pay Thomas. It's too much.
Cam, don't.
But Cam is still on the deal.
But you got to start looking at. From a restructure, how do you keep? Because you still need space. Because you still got to bring other guys in. You still got to draft class this other next year. So it'll be hard.
Well, but the good thing about it is you got it for cheap.
Yeah, you got Eli Apple.
I ain't gonna lie. I did not want to give up a 4th round for him because now all we have is a second, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
That's true, but
I didn't want to do that. But I do respect what Sean Payton and Mickey Loomis is doing. They like this.
They address the problem.
Let's win now. Let's not wait on this. Let's win now, and I respect that.
And I honestly believe they're gonna get one of those draft picks back because I don't see Pete being with the Saints next year. Nah, and here's the big reason why. You gonna have to pay him.
You got to pay him
because Pete has showed you he could go from left tackle to right,
to left guard.
Left tackle to left guard.
I don't think he gonna demand that much money though.
He go
because think about durability.
Yeah, but he's young too. He's young.
Durability.
Jamal Bushrod was the same when he first left. When he first left us the first time. It was
Chicago.
The same thing.
Carl Nicks.
He got paid.
Carl Nicks got paid.
Man, we went to the Bucks. But Carl Nicks was that guy.
But Carl Nicks was a perennial Paul Broder.
Right.
But Jamal.
But he went to the Bucks. He fell off.
Injuries.
He hurt. The same thing that was plaguing him in New Orleans. And I think Sean Payton was like, I didn't see this before. Jonathan Goodwin, Carl Nicks, Bushrod. Not about to happen again. We can't keep average peak together for 2 straight games. He gonna play a game, he gonna miss a game. He gonna play a game, he gonna miss a game.
That's why I don't think he gonna get paid like that.
But see, you can get something from him from the safe point of view. Like, hey, look,
he big.
Hey, look,
that's a big guard.
It's a big
guard.
guard.
Look, give us a second round pick. He young. Boom, 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 boom. He can play anywhere you want. So wherever you hold that, he can fix it. Give us a second. Give us a 6th for next year. Boom, boom, boom. And I see you. Because look, Cameron Tom came in, did a damn good job. Joshua Reeves, before he got hurt, now he's on IR, but he did a damn good job.
Right.
Look, you just need one. You got Will Clapp. There's a reason why Will Clapp is still on his team. He's the center of the future, but he also can play guard too. Max Uggers on the year after this year, next year he gonna be year to year. So use them 2 second rounders that you gonna get.
Yeah.
Let's get some quality offensive linemen. And now for whenever it's time for
we know our 2 tackles solidified.
Yeah.
Ramsack, Olmstead solidified.
Give me 2.
Unger 2, probably Unger 2.
Give me 2. I
don't think Unger won't leave.
I don't think he won't leave either. But it's the fact of
it's a business.
It's that veteran minimum now because X amount of years Pro Bowl. So he's not the he doesn't follow that $5 million veteran minimum. He's like that 9, close to 10. So it's like every year, do I want to? Even though it's an important piece, but like, do I want to? When I can find got this young guy who's been learning behind him. Fucking give him the ball.
Understand the Saints only going into the season next year with $18 million in cap space, which is not a lot of space. You know, it's enough to
how much?
$18 million. It's not a lot of space. You know, it's enough to restructure your roster, some to bring some guys in, bring a low key free agent, but you're not. You're looking at that money and saying, man, what can I do for Mike Thomas? What can I do, for other guys who contribute to this team?
You got to do something with Mark Ingram.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I don't think I'm just putting it out there. I don't think Mark Ingram will be with the Saints long term.
But
I think you see us part ways with Mark Ingram.
But if you do that, why would you let Boston Scott go? Why would you? I don't see the purpose of like keep letting these different backs that could sit there and learn your system.
Without having some idea of who's
and then having to redraft somebody the next year to learn your system all over.
Boston Scott was a count casualty, and I think Sean Payton wanted to keep him, but he knew he needed to keep somebody that could run between the tackles, which was Gillespie.
Right.
Well, see, he fumbled that ball.
And Aaron Williams.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why Boston Scott didn't make this roster. But going forward, I just think that Mark Ingram, I think Mark is going to just keep getting better and better as the season goes on. I think you're going to see him rush for 100+ yards, probably 4 to 5 more games left in this season, and he's going to want money. And no disrespect to Mark Ingram when I say this. I think he's a good back, and I don't want to lose him. But for what he's going to want to get paid, and as high as age is going to come at Mickey Loomis,
he ain't like that.
He ain't like that enough for us to risk people like Michael Thomas, Cam Jordan,
right? Because he's going to be
like Sheldon Rankins. All these contracts,
all these $8 to $10 million salary.
All these contracts that's going to be coming up that we're going to pay people. He's not worth all that, and I think that you could replace Mark Ingram, and I think you're going to see in this upcoming draft of 2019, and that second round pick, you're going to see Sean Payton pick a running back.
I think
because think about it.
I think to me, I agree with you. I think it's whatever he does. If he gets rid of Pete, I see that pick off his lineman. If
Mark don't resign,
if he resigns Pete and let Ingram go, then it's a running back. I think one's gonna be here, one's not.
Because at that second round pick, that's good value. Yeah. That's somebody that could come in and impact your team immediately.
Yeah.
I just think that Pete ain't gonna cause like Ingram gonna cause. So I just think
because Pete is younger
and Pete hasn't been durable. He's missed a lot of games. I don't see his age of being able to sit at the table or Mickey Loomis be like, look, we want 4 years, $30 million guaranteed. No, you're not gonna be able to do that. Nah, he might be able to come to the table and say, look, we want $15 million guaranteed, and the rest of it is incentive based. But So that would be the way to go. Keep Pete,
but Marcus
and let Ingram walk.
But then it also depends on what everybody else saying.
Well, marketplace. Look at the coach. The coach saying, "So I got cap space, and guess what?
And I can see the coach paying
Ingram. A team like the coach.
You gotta let him walk.
But then look, I can also see a team like the Giants paying Andrews Pete. Look, we suck. We fucking suck up front. We need something. I don't care who we poach them from. If they play, if they make the Pro Bowl, get them.
Especially if the Saints.
We got Saquon Barkley. We got Odell. We got look. We can find a quarterback to pitch it to them, but fuck, if we can't protect them, fuck it.
Especially if the Saints end up in the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know how that go in the offseason. I want to find out who free agents, who contract expiring on these NFC Championship teams, Super Bowl winning teams, or
Eagles being a key.
What happens if? And I'm not saying it would. I would love for it too. But what happens if Mark Ingram has a Reggie Bush type 09 playoff? He go.
Oh, coach calling. Hey, 10 million a year.
He go. I don't see the coach.
Because you got Andrew Luck and you have no back.
He don't
the
fit
Ravens,
that type of scheme.
The Steelers.
Look, anybody.
The Jets.
The Jets, because Bilal Powell might not be able to play at all. 49ers. So look, you don't know what Jeremy.
You don't know Jeremy McKinney.
The Browns.
Yeah,
it's a lot of different people that ain't gonna get paid from.
Yeah, look.
Got ready to check.
We don't know
the Lions.
We don't know what's going on with Dalvin Cook.
Johnson.
The Lions.
Dalvin Cook. Look, 2 years hurt back to back.
Yeah.
Division rival. Hey.
Yeah.
The Bucks. We got money.
Yeah.
You gonna be.
So he gonna have some people that's gonna be
he got
their services. So he gonna have a market. To me,
if we
as a business standpoint,
if we do that.
No offense, the Dolphins.
And look, in the perfect all season to me, resign Pete.
Because he's not gonna cost you as much as Ingram.
Hey, Tevin Coleman.
But you want two backs.
Fuck it.
That's the same.
Fuck it. I want speed. And guess what? I want
LD was over here.
But see the thing is, both of them
are good backs.
Can run in between
and outside,
and it's like I don't want to be caught like we was last year when we played the Falcons at home. I mean at the Falcons, when like Ingram was still in the game, but Kamar got hurt. It was like we fucked.
But what about
it? Now it was like Kamar get hurt. But Terry Colbert, like,
but who gonna be our pounder? That second round pick.
Somebody. Hey, look. Tell me. Look. Y'all both go get y'all. You will get 15 touches. You will get 15 touches a game. Which one of y'all will be the pounder? Give it up to them. Well, hit the weights.
No.
But again,
that second round pick gonna probably have to be that pick that gonna solidify that.
I still rather the second round pick be an offensive line because Pete's still not gonna be healthy.
Again, he
gonna play a game, miss a game. I'd rather that quality guy be there than say, hey, look, all right, we gotta waive somebody. Bring in somebody that know our system.
Right.
Here, come on.
Right. Now, I say this, just to get into, there's going to be an off-season conversation. But right now, we traded a 4th round pick. We traded a 7th round pick for the 2020 draft class to get, Eli Apple, which I think, man, is phenomenal for a guy who can fit in your situation, who's familiar with the players that you brought in with, that you have here. And again, he doesn't cost the team a bunch of money. Just don't give up 20-yard plus plays, man. It's a great situation. Now, on to other NFL trades around the league. Amari Cooper, was traded for a 1st round pick out of Dallas.
What the fuck is Jerry Jones thinking? That same 1st round pick could have got you Earl Thomas before the broken leg, but you didn't want to give it up. But you give it up for Amari Cooper?
Look, I don't think we should spend that much time on this topic, but I'm gonna say this: what John Gruden is doing with the Raiders it's abysmal.
Chip Kelly,
he's doing the same thing Chip Kelly did. He's getting rid of everybody. He won't be there long. You're going to get paid for it because you're getting paid $10 million a year. Al Davis is turning over in his grave as we speak, and it's just ridiculous what he's done with this roster. You didn't pay Khalil Mack. You're trading away Amari Cooper. There's rumors that you're trying to get rid of Derek Carr
and Carl Joseph.
It's ridiculous what you're doing with that organization. I just think that, you know, and Jerry Jones, you even stupider. You trade a first round pick for Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper's a good player, but he's not worth a first round pick. I'm sorry. The most I would have gave the Raiders for that was a third round pick. That's the most I would have gave you. It was bad on both sides. The Raiders gonna be competing to be in the top 5 of the draft.
Correct.
And John Gruden, you lost your locker room. Everybody don't like you, and I just don't see you being there for the long haul. I think that you're going to be out before it's all said and done.
How can you fire him when he got ownership stake?
I think he's going to resign.
Oh.
I think he's going to resign at some point.
At some point in time,
that'll be who did that shit?
Man, listen.
Bobby Petrino with the Falcons.
I just think that you reach a point where, man, if you're a John Gruden, obviously you get a first round. You got 3 first round picks coming up in the upcoming draft.
Will Smith.
You got 3 first round picks because obviously you got 2 for Khalil Mack, and then you got 1 for Amari Cooper. But here's the thing, man. At the end of the day, you're trading every guy who can make an impact for your team and your organization. First and foremost, you need talent. I don't care what you want to say. These guys are first round picks for a reason. If you're thinking that you're about to build a team with a bunch of veteran players and a bunch of late round selections, good luck. Good luck. It's not about to do it. In Dallas, I'm sorry. I mean, the Patriots would have called him. I think the Patriots called everybody with a 7-round pick or 6-round pick in the bag of Skittles. I mean, everyone knew that they was trading Amari Cooper. So for you to just grant them a first-round selection, I think you was outbidding yourself. I don't think there's a team out there that was trying to outbid for a first-round selection for Amari Cooper.
Right.
Yeah, he was a high first-round pedigree out of Alabama, and he showed some athleticism. The athleticism is still there. But at the end of the day, you got production on Amari Cooper. The production says he's not a first-round tradable player at this present moment in time in his career. Doesn't mean that he's not a number 1 receiver. It just means that he's not a first-round tradable player in his career currently. So at the end of the day, you're both bad. Gruden, I don't know what you're doing. Jerry Jones, I mean, you're pissing down your leg by the second, and then you don't even know if you can re-sign Amari Cooper.
Man, Jerry Jones felt like he had to make a splash, and that was his way of making a splash. First round pick for Amari Cooper, that is terrible. Terrible. I'm sorry.
Look, I ain't got much help, and I know you lose.
Terrible.com?
Terrible.com.
Now, I don't know who is, well, because Khalil Mack is automatically going to make the Raiders worse for far as trading young talent.
Right.
But shit, the Giants ain't too far behind them. You trade with Eli Apple and you trade with Snacks Harrison?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to go wrong still going on.
You trade your best defensive lineman, because Olivier Vernon just is still his paychecks.
Right.
Since he signed with you. It's no JPP that no more. David Harrison kept every day rolling for you. And then you get rid of Eli Apple. Look, Jannard, it's your scheme. I'm going to tell you right now. Your scheme is horrible as hell. Because Jannard Jenkins was a Pro Bowl caliber guy for the past 2 seasons. And then a new DC coming out. And now he looking like the burnt toast emoji. he looked bad.
He looked bad.
Landon Collins look horrible. It's the D line that you had was you spent so much money that and you can't get a sack. I mean, shit.
It's bad. It's bad. Well, listen, you know, we shifting gears. We know we got Saints Minnesota coming up. So recap game, you know, from last year. A lot of speculation gonna be going around. You know, Saints. You know, obviously we went to Minnesota last year, came down to the last play of a game, and we came up short, man.
Let's not talk about that play anymore.
Okay, now here's the deal. Going into this game now, it's a little different. Obviously, Minnesota, you know, has a new quarterback. You know, they have a different offensive coordinator. You know, there's some things that are, you know, different about their team. Obviously, Adam Thielen has stepped his play up tremendously since last year. You know, going into this game, what are we seeing this time around? You know, are the Saints now a team that can go and dominate the Minnesota Vikings, or are we looking at for a nail biter to come down to the end of the game again?
It's gonna be a close game. You're going on there and playing Minnesota, but I'm not afraid of Minnesota. I'm not. I think that they're a really good team. Kirk Cousins has been playing pretty good. You know, he's throwing for over 2,000 yards. He got 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. You know, he really impressed me when he went against the Rams. He tore them up. I think he threw for 400 some yards that game.
Yeah, they came up short, but they.
Yeah. I think that their defense is not as dominant as it was last year.
No way.
They are giving up a lot of points. They are giving up a lot of points and yards. On the defensive end, Everson Griffin, their best defensive lineman, is not playing in this game. Xavier Rose is questionable. Anthony Barr is questionable. Delvin Cook probably not gonna play. So I feel real good about our chances in this game.
How bad for fantasy he's turned out.
Yeah. I feel real good about our chances in this game. I think that the Saints gonna come in here hitting on all cylinders. They could sit there and talk about, it's not a revenge, and they're not thinking about last year, and it's just another game. Bull. Shit. You got it on your mind. You want to come out here and show these people that, listen, y'all shouldn't have been in the NFC Championship. We are better than y'all. They're going to want to come out here and try to beat these people by a convincing fashion. I think that with Everson Griffin not playing, Xavier Rose banged up, and it's a possibility he not playing, and Anthony Barr, I think the Saints come in this game, bro, and I think we win this game convincingly. In prime time in Minnesota. I think we set a statement. I think we put the whole world on notice that we are for real and that we have a great chance to hold that Lombardi Trophy up in February in Atlanta. And I will be in the building if that happens. But I think that I think the game starts off pretty close. You see us go back and forth, but I think you see the Saints in this game and win this game convincingly. I got a final score, man. And my final score, 31-14. Saints.
It's a dominating performance.
31-14 Saints.
It's a dominating performance.
31-14 Saints.
Dominating.
That's how I feel.
Coach Hen.
What made the Vikings so scary last year was that defense. G said it. Everson Griffin's not playing. That's a huge part. If we could contain Danielle Hunter, that's gonna tip the scales tremendously. Nah, they still got that man in the inside who don't get the credit that he's.
Lavelle Joseph
is. Look, I said it last year, and then you see Polbeck's uncle. He back. He's still there. But this is the thing about Minnesota. Xavier Rose don't look like Xavier Rose. Last year, me and G was arguing back and forth about if he was the best or not, and we was going. This year, he's not even top 10. He doesn't look the same.
He's certainly not top 5 this season.
Harrison Smith don't look the same. Trey Waynes, it looks like Trey Waynes been looking since he came in the league. He's back.
That didn't change.
Just fast.
Anthony Barr, he's not healthy. I don't think he's been healthy this whole year. Eric Kendrick is gonna go as long as Lavelle Jones is protecting him. So that you ain't got to worry about him. But what looked it as a scary stretch before the season started, looked like we might get a little light bump right now. Contain Thielen, contain Diggs. Everything else come together. Saints win. Y'all know all no scores, man. Because the game got to be played.
Man,
Saints gonna win.
It's
31-14. I'm telling y'all.
I'm not going that far. I think
right up top.
I think that this
will make an impact.
I think this Saints offense, man, is going to come out there and just like they caught every other team off guard. Even caught Baltimore off guard when they started going for those 4 downs. They catch everybody off guard, and not off guard in a disrespect, like in a you don't know what they're going to do kind of way, but just a play here, a play here, a play there. You don't think this team really getting 4 yards of carry or 4 yards of play? They're really getting 4 or 5 yards of play, and Minnesota is beat up on the defensive end this year. They gave up a lot of plays, like G said. Man, I think this game is going to be the complete opposite of what we saw last week. I think Minnesota, is going to they're going to compete with this. I think the Saints are going to go up early, and Minnesota's going to have a kind of a comeback, but they won't have the same comeback they had last year. I think that their offense is better this year. I think, assigning to Kirk Cousins and getting the ball to guys like Thielen, getting the guys to balls like, Diggs, and man, a big emergence.
About
Rudolph, and the big emergence for Latavius Murray this year for this offense. When Dalvin Cook goes down, and he's just being a consistent runner back for this team. Offensively, they've gotten better. Defensively, they take a step back, but they are able
for whatever reason.
I can't put a finger on. For whatever reason, that's kind of been the case. So, but I think the Saints are going to come out here and make plays on this team early. They're going to have a high, first half points, like 24, 20, points or so. And I think Minnesota's going to be down, but I think they do beat them. I will have 31, but I think it'll be 31 to like 20, not 14. I think Minnesota's going to try to make some comebacks. They won't be able to do it, but overall, I like, they have a better offense than they had last year. I think they're going to be able to make some plays, but I don't think they're going to get those 40-yard, 20-yard plus plays on this defense this at least this time around. I think Minnesota is probably still a team that can contend in the NFC North, but again, you got the Lions, you got the Packers there, and don't forget about their Bears and their defense. They got their own problems. But this week here, Saints win 31-20. Big time game though. Big time game, prime time. Prime time.
We got 7 minutes left in this show. And y'all know we always say the best for last. High school, baby.
What you got?
We let G start off. This is cup of tea. This is cup of tea.
Man, I just love high school football. I mean, I just love it. Because it's so authentic. It's so surreal. It's so passionate. So just very impressed. And I'm not trying to toot y'all on Big Hen, Coach Hen. Very impressed with what I saw from me meet on this past Friday versus arch rival St. Helena. Coming into that game, bro, that's a game where you just throw out all the records. Anybody can win that game. And they gave St. Helena all they can handle. Just watching the preparation pregame.
Right.
Just how everybody was locked in. Everybody was dialed in.
Right.
The speech from Coach Powell in the locker room. It was heartfelt. And I could tell the team, they took it personal. Come on and score 50 points against these people with that D-line and run the ball. The way they ran the ball against that D-line with Osiris, if you don't know who that is, that's kid one of the best D-linemen in the state. And the rest of those guys on that D-line with him, Corey McKnight, the junior, or was he a 10th grade? Junior. Ran for 100 yards. Amani Gilmore, the quarterback, ran for over 100 yards. I think Amani finished with 140. It was very impressive to see y'all come out and dominate the people the way y'all did. And I said it before the season, and Fred, we clown about it all the time. If a meet doesn't win a state championship, with all the talent they got at the disposal and the way they clicking on all cylinders right now, I think everybody on the coaches that need to go find a job somewhere else. And I think they that good regardless of class. I think that it ain't too many teams in the state you can match up against a meet and be like this. You're better than them. That's how good I think a meet is. I mean, it just top to bottom. I mean, you go defense, you go offense, you go offensive line. I mean, just I watched on Friday night. It's different between watching highlights and then watching it in person.
Right.
I still think you got some things they could clean up and and get better at. But just from a talent standpoint, it's just loaded. You know what I'm saying?
Loaded.
So I think they in prime position to go ahead and take that 2A state championship. I know you still got to play the game, but I was very impressed with what y'all did against St. Helena on Friday. 4A and the call, they play Helen Cox on tomorrow night. Watch out for that game. That's like a trap game. Helen Cox has the personnel and the talent to be able to dethrone Call tomorrow night. I'm not saying they're gonna beat Call, but Call got to be careful because what Skip got on over there at Helen Cox, man, they got a lot of talent over there, and they gonna get up for that game. So Call better watch out tomorrow. I think that's a trap game. Watch out. That could be a possible game that take Carter to the wire.
Right.
Warren East is playing McDonald 35 tonight. Let's be frank right now. Everybody looking forward to next week when they take on Call for the district championship on Thursday night. Everybody and their mama will be in the building at Vernon Stadium. It's gonna be ridiculous. Fireworks. if you're not there, something wrong with you. You're gonna see a bevy of D1 college coaches in the building. I can't wait to see it. College, and we getting ready to wrap it up, baby. We about to get in the playoffs. U-High, they looking like they about to dominate. They select division. Kentwood, I love what I see from Kentwood. I hope I can see them get back to the Dome and have a chance to play against West St. John, and that'll be a good possible matchup. 5A Terrebonne from the Tri-Parish, baby. Yeah, you know I gotta bring them up. They taking on HR Bourgeois, which is my alumni. My alumni has no shot in hell to even contend with Terrebonne this week. This is going to be a bye week.
A bye week?
It's going to be a bye
week.
HR Bourgeois be East St. John?
Because the field is messed up. Listen, no disrespect to my alumni. I'm just telling you. But everybody look forward to the matchup next week. Destrehan versus Terrebonne. Listen, it's gonna be box office. I can't wait.
The game.
Thursday, you got Warren Easton versus Cole, and then Friday you got Terrebonne versus Destrehan at Destrehan. I can't wait.
And G won't be here.
I won't be here. I won't be here. I cannot wait. Listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. If you want to see some high quality football with talent all over the field,
come your ass to AB. Ain't where you was going?
No. Last week. Go to Berman Stadium in Algiers. Warren Easton versus Cole. I'm telling you, it's gonna be box office. It's gonna be one for the ages. I can't wait. The storyline with all these former Call coaches coaching at Easton. It's just gonna be box office. You got high ranked players on both teams. I can't wait to see it. And then on Friday, Destrehan versus Terrebonne. Terrebonne coming into this undefeated. Destrehan got this one loss versus John Emery. This is going to determine seeding in the playoffs. I can't wait to see John Emery, Ja'Kai Douglas, Chaz Ward. You got Quinn Torber. You got the list goes on and on. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait for the high school segment on next week. You won't see me here next Thursday. I'm gonna be in Algiers at Berman Stadium. I can't wait. Do not, and I repeat, like y'all did last year, and drop the ball against St. Thomas Aquinas.
What you talking about? We don't live in the past, baby. Don't even know what happened.
Saying last year y'all dropped the ball against St. Thomas Aquinas in week 10.
We ain't dropped nothing. We dropped a lot of
that. Oh no! We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. All I'm saying is, y'all should take care of business.
We took care. But they're
not the flags.
Hey, I'm saying, not gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? We take it one game at a time. I just want to talk about the atmosphere Friday night.
Man, it was big time.
A 2A high school game had 2,500 people there. That's unheard of. Y'all was there. It was standing room only, and I don't even think there was much room to stand.
No.
I was just super proud of our guys. The focus all week was it's not a revenge game. It's just business.
It's business.
It's business. It wasn't no try to rep the scores. Just look, we know what you try to do. We know what you're not going to do.
Y'all really could have scored 70.
Yeah, we could have.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's like that every game because
it's a big deal.
I don't think people realize, like when you look at the score, like I told this to one of the college coaches last week. He was like, man, y'all put up 50 points. That's phenomenal. I said, well, know what's scary? He was like, what? Devontae Lee only had one catch. Man, stop lying. Y'all ain't put up. Devontae Lee only had one catch.
And it was a nasty one.
And look, I gotta give credit where credit due. Matthew Claiborne, number 5, the corner for St. Helena. He did a good job when he was one-on-one with Devontae Lee, man, on the jump ball. We all knew Devontae is jumping over your head any chance he gets. And Matthew Claiborne did a good job. Now, are people gonna say maybe Monty could have threw the ball up higher and all of that and stuff like that? But
it's tit for tat.
I'm just saying, Matthew Claiborne is sitting at 5'9.5". He don't even match up with Devontae. I was impressed with how he competed.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that. As one of his, as a guy that coached him, look, he's Matthew has short-term memory. He just gonna play the game. He don't care. He had to guard. He had to play against Troy.
His practice, and a cousin or whatever.
Since he was in 8th grade, he's one of the first guys to play. He's been playing football since his 8th grade year at St. Helena. there's a lot of things that we need to fix. The ball placement there should have been way high. Look, on defense, we gave up two touchdowns because we missed the line. That's why we don't take nothing for granted. We don't take no opponent for granted. We know what we're blessed with, but at the end of the day, we understand we can't go play. They the ones that got to
play the game.
They got to have trust and faith in us. And when those 2 days are on the same page, I don't care what division we played in. I don't care who the opponent is. I feel like we got to fight chance against anybody.
And if you didn't see the game, go to GSportz.com, baby. We got the inside, pregame. We got it during timeouts with Big Hen and Coach Powell talking to the players. It's phenomenal. The interviews at the end with Devontae Lee and Ismail Sapsha. It's phenomenal, man. GSportz.com. Go check it out. It was great.
Listen, man. It was an impact game, bro.
And G did my daughter wrong at the end of the game, man. G did my daughter wrong at the end of the game, man.
I look from neck on up. Neck on up, man.
Listen, man. It was a dominating performance by A.Mead High School, man. It started off, very early, going up 23-0. And from that point on, man, it was a dominate. The energy was electric. The players are up for it. The coaches are up for it.
I ain't get no tailgate food, man.
Y'all showed up late.
I should have been 5:15.
Hey, I don't know. I was where I was supposed to be.
I should have been 5:15. I really want me to show up, Snoop.
No, they started tailgating. They was out there. I showed up to the school at 2:00. They was out there drunk, fussing and all that stuff at 2:00.
5:15. I should get a plate.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Goddamn,
it was a big deal. The game was a big deal, man. Listen, A.Mead is one of the most athletic teams in the state. You got to give them that credit. That credit is due. Very high power offense. Now that Amani Gilmore was able to play for this team this year, which he was able to play for this team last year, man. I got told one of your coaches after the game, we did an interview. I think this team this year, because of Amani being able to play, is a better team this year than last year. The way y'all playing as a unit, I think it's better this year than last year. I think you guys have a great group, very talented team, and these teams are playing, for a lot more than what they know. They know that's their last year gonna be wearing this uniform, so they're playing up to par, man. You gotta give this A.Mead High School big credit. Credit's due. I think you guys deserve to win. If you guys play to your level of play, y'all guys should win 2A. Granted, you can't throw the flags, but from an athletic standpoint, and if y'all up to par to win this, to win 2A. That's just what it is.
I appreciate that, but at the end of the day, man, all the credit goes to the kids, man.
Yeah,
the kids. Like if they don't have trust in you, they don't believe in what you said, they don't buy in. It's a shot in hell. I remember, like, if y'all see Ismail Foles, he's not an outspoken guy by any means, but the message that he gave the D-line after the game was priceless. He told them, he said, man, look, the times that we try to do it our way, we fucked up. Mm-hmm. Coach called us out on it. He said, look, I know how it feels to get to the dome and lose. I ain't losing no more. And to see him take that step, there's nothing else you be saying, man. Y'all go enjoy senior night, go have fun. And that's the scary thing. Ishmael was the only senior on the defensive line. That's a scary thing.
Big deal.
That's a scary thing. But all in all, man, special shout out to y'all, man. The fans, everybody, the community, they had nothing but great things to say about y'all.
Appreciate it, man. Coming to all love. Video cameras and everything.
Hope to see y'all in another one before it's all said and done.
Well, you won't see me get into the playoffs.
Yeah, the playoffs is
next month.
No, in 2 weeks.
I'm just saying, because this week and next week, come on now. Springfield.
We treat every game like state championship.
Yeah, and you're supposed to. I'm just telling you from a media standpoint.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I will say this. Next week is going to be another big week here. Got a lot of talk about, Jimmy Butler could be a Houston Rocket.
First round.
He could be a Rocket.
I'm about to make a statement like this.
He could be a Rocket.
I love Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey makes splashes. Ever since he became the Rockets GM back in 2010, 2011, I think it was, he's always made sure the Rockets are in contention to be able to compete for NBA championship. He went and got James Harden, then we got Dwight Howard, he went got Chris Paul. Now he's trying to go get Jimmy Butler. 4 first-round picks, you're damn right you make it happen. We trying to win now. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm looking into the camera, and I don't care what damn who calls me out on it, who has something to say about it. If we get Jimmy Butler, the Golden State Warriors better watch out. The Golden State Warriors better watch out if we get Jimmy Butler.
I just want to ask you one question. Are y'all going to hire a boxing manager for CP3? Because the man needs some hands.
Did you not see what happened?
He got 2
No. He got 2 licks on Rondo now.
Yeah, but his 2 compared to Rondo 2.
Why did Rondo leave leaking and Chris Paul didn't?
That's been Chris.
Rondo left leaking.
And I'll tell you what though.
Chris Paul didn't leave leaking.
I'll tell you what.
Just saying.
Melo ain't about that. I know. Hey, G.
Hard wasn't about that either.
Hey,
PJ Tucker he was like this. Hey, one of them touch you, it's up. Hey, it's up. It's up.
The funny thing though, to see Melo was looking like his meme, son. This the fight, Melo like. I'm gonna
tell you like this.
Hey,
Rondo,
like he's
Rondo,
Jackson,
Rondo, you a hoe, boy. If I'd have saw you in the streets, I would have bruised you, boy. You gonna spit in my face, try to play it off, boy. You a hoe, boy. You have no business playing in the NBA. I can't even respect you no more. Yeah, you a good player. Chris Paul should have hit you with a nice 3-4 piece and really put you out your misery.
He ain't built like that because he.
What about Brandon Ingram?
Brandon Ingram.
Maybe
I would look at him like I look at Rondo.
Okay.
Brandon Ingram was trying to take up for his team, even though it was a sucker punch.
Steven Jackson.
Rondo, you a hoe, dog. You a hoe.
Like
you a hoe.
Maybe Clip Paul would have put them hands on him.
They fall. Man, look, I ain't gonna see y'all for 2 weeks, man.
Hit him with the assist.
I ain't gonna see y'all for 2 weeks. I can't wait to be back in the building with my brothers, man. GSportz, man. Love y'all.
Hey, y'all be safe out there, man. Weather kind of dangerous.
Yeah, man. It's your boy Fred. Listen, y'all tune in FanView Real Fans Talks for each and every Thursday. Y'all know we bring the heat.
You already know.
Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know it's popping.
Y'all make sure y'all tune in next week to GSportz page, man. I'll tell you that Dexter Hand,
Terrebonne,
and that Carl Ward East is
gonna be a big time deal.
Wow.
It's gonna be a big deal.
It's gonna
be a big deal.
We waiting on YouTube for that little.
Oh yeah, wait on you.
And y'all make sure y'all subscribe, man.
Subscribe.
Cause look, I don't have ask some questions. It just comes to my phone. GSportz, such and such versus such and such, and I'm there.
Subscribe to FanView Live also on YouTube, and also subscribe to us on Twitter at FanView Live, and also subscribe to us on Twitter. That's on Twitter, and subscribe on Instagram at FanView Live, baby.
And shout out to the producer.
The producer,
always coming through.
You dig.
See you next week.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lapinto, and you are watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
Yo, man, it's Fred. Listen, don't forget to like and subscribe to our New Orleans Talk